Not the "but you're fat, how are you anorexic" comments. Y'all don't know how science of the body works, huh? My technical diagnosis is anorexia nervosa. And yes, I'm still not ashamed. I'm too damn happy for y'all to even come close to dimming my shine.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
What the fuck? Hey yo, what the fuck?
The fucking hell. What the fucking hell? Oh.
What the fuck is going on here?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing.
What is going on, Goblin Brigade? Thank you guys so much for stopping by the kitchen today. As always, thank you for clicking on the video. And as if you couldn't tell, the big thing going on around the internet is Tess Holliday. And by no means was that an intended pun. Now, if you don't know who Tess Holliday is, she is a very attractive plus-size model who recently came out and said she was diagnosed with being anorexic.
Oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
Let's see what she has to say about the issue. First of all, I don't have to admit to having an eating disorder. I choose to share what I want, and yeah, I have discussed it before. It's an entitlement to my personal life for me. Now the problem with that is when you go blasting BS on the internet like you're anorexic when you're not, you are going to get a lot of backlash from people in the fitness community and just in general, because you have a big influence. You have a lot of followers in what you say matter. There are people out there listening that might actually be anorexic, and when they hear you claim that you're anorexic and when you're obviously not, that can be very damaging, even if the message is meant to be uplifting. Let's see what else she has to say. To everyone that keeps saying you're looking healthy lately or you're losing weight, keep it up. Don't comment on my weight or perceive health. Keep it to yourself. Thanks. Now, while I know there is an immense amount of pressure to be in shape and to look good, and society just puts that on us, again, when you're a public figure, you're going to have to expect that kind of attention. And when you go and start saying things like keeping it to yourself, you know the internet's going to do what the internet does, and the internet did just that, and my man Coach Greg, who did a video on her today. We are going to go look at that video right now if my computer stops being stupid.
18.5. You need to be extremely thin. It is insulting to people suffering from anorexia nervosa to see someone 300 pounds say that they're anorexic. It's not cool. Google is the thing that exists. Use it. That's her response to people saying you're not anorexic. So they Google it. And they find the actual definition. And then they say what it is. And then they call them out for it. It's like, no. They did what you asked. It's impossible for you to have anorexia nervosa. The technical definition of anorexia nervosa is an eating disorder characterized by an abnormally low body weight, an intense fear of gaining weight, and a distorted perception of weight.
Absolutely, man. And see, I don't even know why she went to doing this for. Was she just trying to get attention? I mean, like I said before, just think about all the people that actually does have anorexia and are suffering through this horrible eating disorder. It's like you're making light of it trying to claim you have something when you obviously don't. I mean, it's just, there's no reason for that kind of thing. I don't really understand why someone would be doing this.
There you have it, an abnormally low body weight. Last I checked, when you're morbidly obese, you're not skinny. Your diagnosis would be atypical anorexia if you even had it. You don't meet the criteria for anorexia nervosa, which implies the patient is underweight.
That is the clinical definition of anorexia nervosa. Underweight. I mean, I'm the last one to sit here and comment on somebody's weight, believe me. But man, guys, this is just straight BS. We gotta keep on calling this stuff out, because these people have millions of followers that are listening. A lot of young people, teenagers. And, you know, it's just not healthy.
You clearly are not. That is not an insult. That is just saying facts. That's like saying to someone 3 feet tall that they're not tall. It's obvious. Captain Obvious in the freaking house. So what do I think of all this? Well, here are the facts. You cannot become morbidly obese without being in a calorie surplus. You can't. You have to eat too many calories to get to be that size. If you undereat, you will lose weight.
And see, coming from another morbidly obese person like myself, it's stuff like this that really just irks me. I mean, I'm struggling in my own way, and I'm actually struggling with obesity. And to have another obese person to try to say they're struggling with being anorexic, it's just freaking bizarro world, guys. I mean, I don't get it. Why do people feel like they have to do stuff like this?
Every single human being on this world, if they starve themselves and don't eat, will eventually die. You can't sustain life without eating. So if Tess Holliday starved herself, stopped eating, or never ate enough, she would eventually die from being too thin. She is not too thin. She has not starved herself to that point. And listen, she may have starved herself for a brief period of time. She might have done it for a day, maybe a month, we don't know. She might have gone on a 500 calorie diet, but oftentimes that is in fact requested for people who are extremely overweight. They're so overweight that their weight is endangering their life.
Yeah, see, a lot of times when you are like in the 500 to 600 pound category, if you go through a clinical trial, they will put you on an extremely low diet. That's just so your body can catch up and start to lose weight at a rapid pace, because you are on the verge of freaking dying because of your obesity.
They have to starve themselves literally 500 calories a day to dramatically drop body fat so they can live. If she had done that, she'd lose 50 plus pounds in a month. Have you ever seen that show, My 600 Pound Life? The doctor says, hey, come back in a month. If you lost 50 pounds, we can do the surgery. They're on starvation diets very low. So just because you went on a diet and it didn't work doesn't mean you're anorexic.
Exactly, and that is the problem with a lot of this BS. People struggle for a little bit with weight, like Coach Greg said, maybe it was a month, maybe it was a 2, and oh no, I have eating disorder. You know what, you probably do, but it's not the one that you're claiming you do. Why don't you focus on the one you actually have instead of sitting here and making up freaking bullshit to draw more attention to yourself when you already have over 1 million freaking followers on Instagram, Twitter, and all the other social media accounts, and you're taking in millions of dollars off of telling freaking bullshit. Goblin Brigade, that is true magic. Don't BS people, be straight. I'll keep it straight here as always. Until next time, I'm out of here, guys. Anorexic my ass.